Hello, I'm Kra and welcome to the channel. In this video we are going to build this responsive travel landing page using React.js with Vite and Tailwind CSS. Before we start, make sure to subscribe the channel, like the video, thanks. So let's start. As we always do in this channel, open new empty folder in VS Code, open new terminal, run yarn add Vite to create React app with Vite. Then choose React as framework and JavaScript as variant. Next we will set up the Tailwind CSS. First install Tailwind CSS, post CSS, auto prefixer. Then create Tailwind config file by running this command npx tailwind init p. Add the paths to all of your template files in your Tailwind config file. Add the @Tailwind directives for each of Tailwind's layers to your index.cs file. We done the Tailwind setup. Sometimes it may cause error if you don't install Vite, so we will install. Everything is working great. Now we need to set up the components. Inside the src create components folder. Inside the folder create these 5 components. Inside every component file create functional components. Then create index.js file, import all the components and export them. In the app.js file, import all the components from components. Let's build the first component. The Navbar structure will be h1 with 8 CRA text and alt tag with links and div with 2 buttons. Add the nav div 5 padding, then flex justify between items center. Set the h1 text for XC and font weight semi-bold. Also display the links flex. Set the horizontal space between the Set the links hover effect border bottom. Set border color orange. And also display flex the button and set space between the buttons 5. In the hero component, the structure will be div with h1 and p tag and search box div. Now, we need images. You can get all the images and files in the GitHub link in the description. Give a star the project. Thanks. Set the container div vertical padding 10. Then in the sub div set the width 100% or full and 500 pixel height. Set the background image. Also set the background size cover. In the text div set the width full and in the middle breakpoint set the width for fifths or 80% and in the LG breakpoint or greater width will be 1/3 and background will be gradient from gray to transparent and height will be full. Use flexbox 2. Center the div vertically. Set the H1 text for XL in the middle break or greater text will be 5XL and font bold. Set the P text small in the M text will be base. In the search box display flex and align items center. Set the input 5 horizontal padding and 2 vertical padding background white border radius left text gray and outline 0. Also add the button vertical and horizontal padding. Set the background orange font weight bold and border radius right. In the third component, we need icons, so let's install React Icons. Then import star icon and location icon. The structure will be two divs. One is H1 with popular place and view all button, and the other one is the places div. The place div will have a div of image and div of text. Set the container div 10 vertical padding. Add display flex justify between items center. Set the H1 text to XC and font bold. Add the button horizontal and vertical padding and border radius and orange border. Also set the text orange. Set the places div PY10 display grid. Grid columns will be 2, and in the extra large breakpoint columns will be 3, and in the 2XC columns will be 4. Add 8 gap, the justify items center. The place div width will be 250 pixels, and at emd or greater breakpoints width will be 330 pixels, and height auto background white border and border radius large and 4 padding. In the image div width will be 150 pixels, and at emd, it will be 230 pixels. Then set the image full width and full height, with object cover and rounded large. Copy the place div and paste 7 times and change the images and location. And the about component structure is div with text and image div. and styling is the same way using the Tailwind's classes. The newsletter component structure is div with h1 and p tag and subscribe box. And lastly, the footer component. First import these three icons. The structure will be h1 links and social media icons, and we done. Thanks for your watching. Please subscribe the channel, like the video. Thanks.